What if they're actually just a jerk in disguise? Hello, I am Dr. Todd Spencer, a professor in behavioral science at UVU. Research really indicates that the vast majority of people want a romantic relationship in their life. Over 90% of high school students surveyed say yes, that they vision themselves in a long-time committed relationship at some point during their life. But that creates a problem. How do I know if the person I'm partnering with is the good-hearted person I think they are versus what if they're actually just a jerk in disguise? In John Van Epps' book, How to Avoid Falling in Love with a Jerk, he provides 3 useful criterion to make a distinction between who is a jerk and who is not. The first thing is there'll be a pattern of breaking boundaries. And the word pattern is important because it means that there's been sufficient time to see repeated behavior in different contexts. And so, if someone is breaking boundaries, what it really communicates is, I care more about my needs than your needs. And the true measure is always going to be their actions, just not the words they say. The second criterion for being a jerk is an inability to see from another partner's perspective. What this means is the way they view the world, the lens in which they view your relationship, they're the one that is always right. And it's difficult to communicate, it's difficult to solve conflict if one partner always believes they're right. Seeing from another person's perspective can be manifest in lots of different ways. It can be what's the right thing to spend money on. It can be what's the right way to raise potential children. It can be what's the right way to have rules and roles within the relationship. We know that relationships where both partners' perspectives are valued tend to withstand challenges and stresses much greater versus couples that only one partner believes they have all the answers to every problem. The last criterion of a jerk is a lack of emotional control and balance. This doesn't mean that you can't have good days and bad days, times when you're up or down. What it does mean, if you recognize a pattern where there's big reactions that seem out of proportionate to the situation, that often is an indicator that that may be something you continue to see more and more and more of. So as you consider, who am I partnering, who would I like to partner with, I invite you to make sure that you are partnering with the good-hearted people you want to, and not the jerks in disguise who will break your boundaries, that won't listen or accept influence from you, and that ultimately are emotionally reactive.